Downtown Detroit, and an absolutely gorgeous night for baseball. The Royals were swept here back in April, but they come to town fresh off of sweeping the Giants. And of course, Royals fans are here, perhaps with a chance to see history.
Salvador Perez has a chance to break the home run record in Royals history.
Tough to find a starting pitcher on a better burner in Major League Baseball right now than Troy Melton.
We've been excited to see this guy pitch every outing this year and last year. The stuff's unbelievable. The demeanor is on point right now. Just keep riding the wave, Troy.
Melton delivers. The pitch is high. That's ball 4. And so Carter Jensen opens the game with a walk.
So third in ERA, third in lowest opponent's batting average, third in lowest opponent's OPS.
Lane Thomas has added a lot to this offense. Pop out to McGonigal for the first out here in the first inning.
Here's Vinny Pasquantino over the outer half, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Pasquantino shoots it over Keith at third, down into left field, a base hit. Jensen stops at second. Pasquantino's on at first, and here comes Salvador Perez. He did get one more at bat yesterday after his record-tying home run. He struck out swinging. This is his second chance at claiming franchise history.
Here's the 10th pitch of this at-bat, and it is outside. So we're all on the edge of our seats for home run number 318, and Salvi takes a walk.
And the Royals have loaded the bases here in the first.
That is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Massey is down on the changeup from Melton. 2 gone.
Just great pitching. He was going up with the heater, up with the heater. He throws that little split down, and that's one of those pitches that it looks like it's going to be middle. And Massey just fires on it, and nobody's home.
2 outs. It brings up Isaac Collins. It's 44.
He went around as well. Strike 3. And they'll throw home to get the out. That's Chansey. Troy's there. Hopscotch inning over.
I don't think Dillon knew that he called him out. I think he thought the play had to be at home.
I think that's right.
Regardless, it's a force at home. And Troy Melton just pitched out of an absolute jam.
Randy Dobnak, former Tiger AAA pitcher. His last 2 starts, he's thrown 191 pitches for Kansas City.
2 pitches, 1 out here in the first.
Gleyber Torres at the plate.
First pitch here, lofted to right, base hit Gleyber Torres. We've seen that before.
Yeah, the perfect inside-out swing against a sinker here from Gleyber. Knows how to get on base, this guy.
Velasquez covers second for an out. Relay to first is late. Slow developing chance to turn 2, so the Royals get the lead out.
Riley Green into right field. That's a base hit off a sinker. Keith for third. He's in there. That was a leaky fastball.
Yeah, he took a little off that little sinker.
Yeah, good job by Riley. The way you get to Dobnak is you got to wait him out. He doesn't have big stuff. He's going to pick at the edges and, again, rely on you to get yourself out.
Hit on the ground towards shortstop. Velasquez scoops it up, throws the short way to second. Massey covers in time to force out Green. The inning is over. Josh Rojas leads off the top of the second. Rojas lines it down the first base line. A fair ball skittering into the right field corner. Rojas rounds first base. He sprints to second, and he stops there with a leadoff double. Josh Rojas has a 4-game hitting streak, and he's now hit safely in each of his last 6 starts. Runner in scoring position with nobody out to begin the top of the second.
Caught by Torkelson, looked to second, and McGonigal wasn't there. Good base run by Andrew Velasquez, or by Rojas. He got back to second base.
Runner on second, 2 outs now for Carter Jensen at the top of the lineup.
2-1, ground ball, backhanded by Torque, falls down from his knee. Goes to Troy Melton covering first. We've seen Torque do that a few times.
Unbelievable.
Down to the ground, and he doesn't have time to get up on a knee. As he's falling back to the ground, he gets up high enough to make a strong throw.
1 pitch, 1 out for Dobnak. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Great sweeper from Randy Dobnak. He's got his first strikeout tonight, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the second.
Brings up Zach McKinstry.
That 0-2 is punched into right center. That's a knock. Z-Mac is on. James Outman will bat.
Ooh, close at first and out. Leave it. Dobnak picks off McKinstry to end the inning.
Woo! Quick feet. Love that.
And that ends the bottom of the second inning.
Old Pete makes the backhanded grab out in shallow left. That'll bring up the captain. The 0-2, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Salvador Perez strikes out. A 1-2-3 third.
Michael Massey leads off the 4th. Struck out on 3 pitches in the first inning in a huge spot. Bases loaded, 1 out. Troy Melton recalibrated.
Sliders, swing and a miss. Oh, he's sharpening everything up. As Bobby pointed out, he was hanging some cutters and sliders early. That's a perfect pitch. And a breaking ball's high, ball 4. So Troy Melton, who came in with pretty good strikeout to walk ratio, 55 innings, 50 strikeouts, only 15 walks. Tonight, 4 strikeouts and 3 walks now. And that'll bring up Rojas with 1 on and 1 out.
And Zach McKinstry, who hasn't played a lot of left this year, is underneath to make the catch.
So runner at first, 2 down, and the batter will be Nick Lofton. 0-2, swing and a miss. Slider bounced away. Nick Lofton could not find that pitch. It was buried in the dirt. Strikeout number 5 for Melton ends the 4th. Colt Keith rounded out his first time up, reaching base on a fielder's choice.
Nice play, Massey. Does he have time? Yes. And some help with Vinny with a stretch.
Man, oh man, was that sweet. How about good feet? He got to his feet quickly, and the transfer from glove to hand, that goes with good hands. Beautiful. That's a highlight reel play. Ouch. Pasquatch with a nice stretch.
The Royals have had chances against Troy Melton in this game. The Royals had the bases loaded with only 1 out in the first inning. The Royals got a leadoff double from Josh Rojas in the second. And since then, the Royals only have 1 base runner. That was an Isaac Collins walk.
That's a big play for Colt Keith to keep that speed off the bases.
Velasquez is retired to start the inning. Back to the top, and Carter Jensen.
Hit into right center field, into that corner. Carpenter is going to play it deep off the wall. And Carter Jensen has another double.
Too bad. Man, that ball was close to going out. Look at that slider right over the middle of the plate. Carey, oh man, that just missed by a foot. Carpenter played it well. He turned his back and he said, I can't catch it, but I'm going to play it off the wall. But he played that carom perfectly. Else that'd have been a triple.
That's ball 4, but it is the 4th walk for Troy tonight.
And that brings up Salvador Perez. His 3rd plate appearance tonight. He drew a 10-pitch walk in the first inning. He struck out swinging on 3 pitches in the 3rd inning.
Ground ball to third. Colt Keith fields and flips to Torkelson at first. Nice job. Good mound visit by Dillon Dingler. Salvador Perez grounds out to end the 5th inning. And once again, Troy Melton works out of a jam. He strands 2.
And a backdoor sinker that appeared to be outside. That's twice now in at-bats for Torkelson against Dobnak that he has not challenged a pitch that was outside.
Line drive, base hit, a couple of skips through the infield on the right side. Second time, Zach McKinstry singled in a 2-strike count.
Top of the lineup, and Kevin McGonigal.
Outman is running. Jensen's throw is right on the money. Outman thought he was safe.
Well, he's thinking, I got the best jump I've ever gotten in my career. That ball was right on the money, honey, and perfectly located. I mean, that's a perfect throw. They're going to challenge anyway. Hey, we'll see. But, man, I like to just happy they're going to show the throw again.
Detroit is challenging the outcall of second base.
Dugout. He applied the tag, so he's pretty convinced.
After review, the call stands. The run is out. Detroit loses the challenge.
So Massey jumps on a first pitch fastball, and he's on base for the first time tonight. So Massey's on now for Isaac Collins. Switch hitter bats left-handed. He's struck out and drawn a walk tonight.
Go ball! High fly ball right field. Deep to right. Isaac Collins gives the Royals a 2-0 lead.
That's what they're looking for. Forget the lousy singles. You're not going to put a whole lot together against this young man right here, Troy Melton. Take him deep. Collins, went ahead, go ahead. That's a nice stroke. That was swung on, gone. 6th homer of the year.
Jacob Waguespack is the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Tigers, their 2nd right-handed pitcher. Right-hander Jacob Waguespack against Salvador Perez. The 1-2. Swinging a pop-up. Shallow right field. Kerry Carpenter comes in, arms out, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out in the 7th inning. Line drive, base hit down the right field line over Pasquantino's glove. Dingler over to 3rd. Cutter in on the hands. Didn't hit it hard, but he muscled it over the head of Pasquantino. Tigers have runners at the corners. Nobody out in the 7th. And it's 2 outs. Runners at the corners. That'll leave it up to James Outman.
You figured with the left-handers all in order against Schreiber, who just has not gotten lefties out at a consistent clip really ever. Yeah, it's your chance to put something up. 2-2. Outman, high fly ball, right field, Lofton back, track, wall, gone! James Outman flips the night. 3-2 Tigers.
Pops away from Dingler, rolls into the left-handed batter's box, and Tolbert takes 3rd. Now he's 90 feet away from tying the game. And Josh Rojas steps to the plate. Rojas lines it into right center field. That's a base hit. Tolbert's in to tie the game. It's Josh Rojas who comes through in the late innings tonight. A game-tying RBI single. And we're locked at 3 in the top of the 8th inning.
Lee goes down to second base. Potential go-ahead run at second with 2 outs. I'll leave it up to Dillon Dingler.
Think about how much expanse of green grass is out there in center field and left center and right center. All it takes is for that little pellet to drop anywhere out there.
Dillon Dingler finds some, and a Tigers lead all the way into the corner. The All-Star does it again.
One of the best 2-strike hitters in baseball gives the Tigers the lead right back.
4-3 Tigers in the 8th.
Drew Summers, he is on. It's his first career save opportunity. And the young left-hander will face Jensen first.
He went right at him, and he got him right in there. Strike 3.
Up and away, ball 4. Thomas draws a walk. He's the potential tying run. Brings up Vinny Pasquantino.
It's a ground ball, base hit into right field. Thomas will stop at second base.
And that'll be the end of the day for Drew Summers.
So Kyle Finnegan has been the guy to leave inherited runners this year. 92% across Major League Baseball. It's #1, tied with Tim Hill, the left-handed specialist for the Yankees.
The potential tying run is at second base. The potential go-ahead run is at first base. Potential history is in the batter's box. Salvador Perez is 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. He entered tonight with 317 career home runs, tied with George Brett for the most in franchise history.
Slow ground ball, first base. Torkelson goes to second to get 1. The pass to first is there. Double play.
A bleeder ends the game. And in slow motion, the Tigers have a 4-3 victory.
Well, you could have asked me, what are the 20 different ways this ball game might end? It wouldn't have been a squibber to Torque, who ended up being around second base.
And for a team whose defense really let them down in May, it is nice to see that be the way they salt away a huge victory